Young and Restless 2-week spoilers January 5th to 16th and beyond. Ian's wicked pull tightens. Phyllis lures with dangerous temptation. Young and the Restless spoilers. Matt Clark plots revenge against Sienna and the Newmans. On Monday, January 5th, we've got Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, thinking about his past with Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, while he is plotting to kill her that very day. She wakes up and tries to get Matt to reconsider. But he says Sienna is a cheater and betrayed him. She reminds Matt that he also cheated. But he tells her, "Stop begging. It's not going to help you." Sienna's stalling and asking Matt for backstory on why he hates the Newmans so much. Then, Sienna tries to get Matt to leave Genoa City with her and just start over somewhere new. When he's not having it, Sienna snaps, shows her true colors, and calls him a rapist, a drug dealer, and a killer. These are all true assessments. Sienna blasts Matt for his obsession with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case. Then Sienna is prodding Matt for getting close to Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, when he knows that without his real identity. Matt says he legitimately liked Noah until he started sleeping with Sienna. Then Matt tells Sienna, "Stop calling him Mitch. He is Matt Clark." And that is bad news for her. Nick Newman and Victor intervene in Matt Clark's deadly game on YNR. Annie Stewart, Catherine Kresge, comes in with her gun out. The dirty detective and Matt drag Sienna outside and shoves her into a waiting car. However, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, Sharon, and Noah are in a car headed to intervene because Victor Newman's, Eric Braden, security guys had eyes on them and knew exactly where Matt was keeping Sienna. Nick's annoyed, though, because Sharon and Noah insisted on a ride-along. Adam Newman, Mark Grossman, and Victor are also headed that way to intervene. They're all going to get Sienna away from Matt. She runs to Noah, and then Nick drags Matt away. Victor takes a punch at Matt, and then Nick, Sharon, and Adam take Matt somewhere else to make sure he pays for what he has done to the Newmans. Young and Restless 2-week spoilers. Adam takes over. Adam takes over for Victor and sends him home because he doesn't want his dad getting hurt. So, Victor, Sienna, Noah, and Sharon are going to head back to the ranch while the Nick takes Matt away. Nick zip-ties the villain, and Matt starts taunting him about Sharon sleeping with him, Nick, and Adam while he's working to loosen his zip ties. Nick threatens to kill Matt. But he doesn't think Nick's got the stones to do it. Matt gets the zip ties off and chokes Nick, who struggles not to run off the road. Things are going to get hairy and scary on Young and the Restless. Nick Newman faces a dangerous crash, and the Abbotts join forces. On Tuesday, January 6th, we've got Victor and Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, getting upsetting news. And obviously, it's about this confrontation. It looks like Matt's probably going to get away, and there's a chance Nick may crash the car. Nick's plan to take down Matt takes a very dangerous turn for him and everybody else in that vehicle. Plus, Phyllis is grilling Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziade. And it's most likely about his night with Tessa Porter, Kate Fairbanks, and their growing closeness. I hope that he doesn't tell Phyllis he slept with Tessa. First, because that's creepy since that's his mom. And second, because then Phyllis is just going to amp up her attitude. Young and Restless spoilers. Michael and Nikki team up. On Wednesday, January 7th, Nikki and Michael Baldwin, Christian Jules LeBlanc, join forces. They've both been asked to help the Abbotts. They both want to stop Victor's vendetta against Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. But neither of them seems willing to commit to do the hard stuff. Nikki had thrown down that gauntlet of an ultimatum about leaving Victor if he didn't stop. As I suspected, she wimped out. Michael may as well, because Victor gave him that Roman coin and was talking about loyalty and all that BS. So, I don't know if they're actually going to accomplish anything. Plus, Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, is annoyed when Jack stays loyal to Nikki. I think it's fair to say that Diane thinks Nikki betrayed Jack by continuing to enable Victor's attacks on them without doing a thing to help when she could do a lot more. Especially after Jack literally risked his life to save Nikki. Lily sends mixed signals while Phyllis eyes Kane. Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, is sending Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn mixed signals. Lily had that New Year's Eve kiss with Kane. But she's very conflicted about him, especially about him being around Phyllis. That's not going to help things. Again, we are still counting down to Crystal Khalil's exit for her maternity leave. On Thursday, January 8th, we've got Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, getting some leverage against Victor. It looks like Kyle may use the Matt situation against Victor. Kyle may find out Victor used the AI to steal Matt's money. I'm guessing the only place that Kyle might have gotten that info. Well, I guess he could have gotten it from Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, or somebody in the family. But it could be that Matt reached out to them knowing that they're enemies of the Newmans. Young and restless spoilers, Kyle spills. Kyle tells his mom, Diane, that he's got a bargaining chip to stop Victor. Kyle tells Diane and Jack that Matt, a bad guy from Sharon and Nick's past, is harassing them and is back in Genoa City. Diane wants to know what that has to do with Victor. And Kyle can't wait to lay it all out for them. Audra Charles, Zuleika Silver, and Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, decide to start over. He wants Audra to drop the vendetta against Claire. But I doubt the ladies are going to stop. Plus, Phyllis and Kane change things up. Phyllis wants Kane at all costs. She's very jealous of Lily, but Phyllis may make him a business bargain just to keep him close until she can get him back in her bed. Jack Abbott makes a shocking offer as the Matt Clark crisis escalates. On Friday, January 9th, Jack Abbott shocks Victor Newman with an offer. I wonder if Jack will be able to use Matt as leverage. Maybe he'll promise to help trap the guy or something. What Victor did is still illegal, even though Matt's a monster. Phyllis wants Kane to join her on the dark side. I wonder if Phyllis already has her hands on the AI, if she stole it back from Victor while he was distracted by the Matt crisis. Plus, Nick's plan hits another setback on Friday. It looks like Matt is going to turn the tables, and Nick might be in danger. Ian Ward returns to terrorize Mariah, and a Newman showdown looms. We also have spoilers for January 12th through the 16th and beyond. Ian is back and he's pressing Mariah to do bad things. Her mental health spiral has her susceptible to his influence. Even worse, Ian may be back in the flesh as more than just a hallucination. We'll see. Daniel and Tessa are getting hot and heavy. But Phyllis is concerned that he's facing more heartbreak. Matt makes more enemies and causes more trouble. There's a massive showdown coming, and it hinges on his shared past with Nick, Sharon, and others. Matt is enraged that the Newmans' trap tricked him. He's 5 times as mad and vengeful. He's angry that Sienna got away, and he's going to double down on killing her, Noah, and anybody else he has a mind to. Sienna is terrified, and Noah is even more intent on protecting her. Nick, Victor, and Adam are frustrated because Matt got away and they lost their element of surprise. Victoria and Nate reconnect while Jill Abbott celebrates a milestone. There is major fallout for Jack and Diane because of Victor and Nikki. Diane is hoping that Kyle can save Jabot as her frustrations mount with Jack. Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, and Phyllis score big wins after losing again and again. Billy may conspire with Phyllis against Victor if Kane won't. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, questions whether she really knows Billy, and she's considering a big decision. Abby Newman, Melissa Ordway, and Devin Hamilton, Brighton James, get into a mystery storyline that involves Mariah, Tessa, and Daniel. Christine Blair, Laura Lee Bell, is in the mix as well. Somebody is going to wind up in trouble and need her legal expertise. Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, and Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic, cross the line back into romance. Lily is hot and cold with Kane, and Phyllis is going to try to get between them. Audra and Holden fight to keep their past hidden. But it's going to come out in a big way. Michael keeps getting sucked back into Victor's world, and things go bad for the Newmans, leaving his marriage rocky. Finally, we're going to celebrate Jill Abbott's 40th anniversary milestone with a return from Jess Walton. Today's breaking YNR news, Jan 516 and beyond. Ian Ward's wicked pull tightens. Phyllis Summers lures with dangerous temptation. Genoa City is erupting with shocking twists that will leave fans gasping, laughing, and maybe even screaming into their pillows. As we launch into January 2026, The Young and the Restless is roaring back with tension, betrayal, temptation, and some of the most explosive character arcs we've seen in years. This isn't just another 2-week preview. It's a harrowing look at how dark desires, twisted motives, and tangled loyalties could change lives forever. Let's dive into every shocking beat that's about to unfold. 1. The Ian Ward tornado strikes again, a wicked pull on Mariah. Right from the start of January, spoilers reveal that Ian Ward's menacing influence isn't done lingering in Genoa City, and it might be even stronger than before. His wicked pull on Mariah Copeland is tightening, and viewers are bracing for some psychologically intense scenes. Mariah's been haunted, struggling with visions, emotional instability, and inner conflict, and Ian, ever the manipulator, is finding more ways to worm his influence into her psyche. His return isn't just a cameo. It's a psychological invasion, and the result could be devastating for Mariah, her relationships, and her very sense of self. Expect flashbacks and inner turmoil as Mariah continues to wrestle with her past trauma. Ian's shadow looming in unexpected places, emotionally and narratively. Tessa and Daniel caught in the emotional crossfire with Mariah slipping between distress and confusion. This storyline is poised to expand throughout January, promising intense scenes that balance emotional turmoil with the eeriness of Ian's influence. 2. Sienna in danger, Matt's war intensifies. On Monday, January 5th, the stakes were already sky-high when Matt Clark's twisted plan took another deadly turn. Sienna Bacall, recently rescued, finds herself in fresh danger as Matt continues to assert control in increasingly reckless ways. Here's what fans are buzzing about. Matt strangles Nick Newman inside a car, threatening more than just physical harm. Sienna tries to escape repeatedly, but Matt and his accomplice, Annie, keep her restrained. After a brutal standoff, Victor's security team intervenes. But the danger isn't over. Social media spoilers also hint that Noah is terrified for Sienna's safety, and Nick might crash his car during the escape attempt. This crisis is just the kickoff for the first half of January, and it shows that dangerous desperation could define the tone of the next 2 weeks. 3. Newman family emergency, chaos at the ranch. If you thought the Newman household had seen enough drama, think again. Nick finds himself in a life-or-death struggle, and his condition could trigger a family emergency that rocks the Newman legacy to its core. Here's what's coming. Nick's injury and crash send Victor and Nikki into panic mode. Unknown news about Nick's medical status rattles the family. Victor and Nikki are forced into a rare emotional vulnerability, showing cracks in their usually ironclad bond. This whirlwind of fear, love, and family crisis could lead to unexpected alliances and even heart-wrenching decisions. 4. Phyllis Summers' dangerous temptation plot. Ladies and gentlemen, strap in, because Phyllis Summers is cooking up something wickedly intriguing. Spoilers tease that Phyllis will lure someone into a dangerous web of temptation, and it may well become one of the hottest subplots of the year. Phyllis has always danced on the edge between power and peril, but now she isn't just flirting with danger. She's actively inviting it. Expect a seduction or alliance that could change Phyllis's game entirely. Alliances with characters whose morals clash sharply with hers. A storyline that forces Phyllis to decide. Is ambition worth courting catastrophe? Fans are already speculating that this could involve someone outside her usual circle. Someone powerful, mysterious, and potentially volatile. Could this be a fresh romantic interest? Or something darker? Only time will reveal, but it's bound to be explosive. Weekly breakdown, shocks, twists, and rising tensions. Let's take a day-by-day journey through the first half of this news-making 2-week stretch. The kind of spoiler that keeps social feeds ablaze and fans on the edge of their couches. Week of Jan 5-9 highlights. Monday, January 5th. Victor sends an ominous message. Sharon offers support to Noah. Nick is literally thrown into chaos behind the wheel. Tuesday, January 6th. Victor and Nikki get terrifying news. Phyllis grills Daniel, potentially triggering big emotional fallout. Nick's plan against Matt Clark goes sideways. Wednesday, January 7th. Nikki collaborates with Michael. Lily sends mixed signals to Kane. Diane has a major meltdown over Jack's allegiance. Thursday, January 8th. Kyle helps Jack gain leverage over Victor. Phyllis and Kane take a mysterious detour in their schemes. Audra and Holden appear ready for a fresh start. Friday, January 9th. Jack shocks Victor with a bold offer. Nick suffers a setback. Phyllis encourages Kane to embrace his dark side. These daily beats are the framework for the next wave of drama that could ricochet through Genoa City. And they only get more intense as we move toward the second week. Looking ahead beyond January 9th. What's on the horizon? While the first week delivers immediate shocks, spoilers hint at deep-seated consequences that extend into the second week of January and beyond. Ian's presence continues to echo. Mariah's haunting experiences aren't done, and as they escalate, she and those closest to her could face emotional and psychological clashes that rock her relationships. New alliances and betrayals. Tessa, Daniel, Noah, and other Genoa City players are about to make choices that could change everything, from loyalties to romantic entanglements. Phyllis's temptation may ignite a new saga. Whether this plot involves a fresh face in town or a familiar character drawn in by her charm and cunning, this could be one of Phyllis's most consequential story arcs yet. A Newman crisis could redefine power. Nick's health battle and the Newman family emergency could ripple through every major dynamic in Genoa City, affecting loyalties, power structures, and future storylines. Final word, Genoa City's future is a wild ride. If you thought the holidays were intense in Genoa City, January 5-16, 2026 is proving to be even more destructive, seductive, and dramatic than ever. Between Ian Ward's sinister influence, Phyllis Summers' dangerous temptation, and the spirals of chaos within the Newman family, fans are in for days of memorable, jaw-dropping television. Soap dirt. Whether you're Team Newman, Team Abbott, or somewhere deep in the Mariah/Tessa saga, there's no denying it. The Young and the Restless has hot, spoiler-filled weeks that will be must-watch, must-tweet, and must-debate with other fans around the globe. Today's shocking news of The Young and the Restless. Matt Clark plots revenge against Sienna and the Newmans. Genoa City is about to get even more chaotic as The Young and the Restless delivers shocking developments this week. One of the most sinister storylines currently unfolding revolves around Matt Clark, the dark and vengeful former Newman ally turned relentless schemer. Matt is back, and his vengeance is aimed squarely at Sienna and the Newman family. Fans better buckle up, because Matt's plans are more dangerous than anyone in Genoa City could anticipate. Here's everything we know and speculate about Matt Clark's revenge in the coming weeks. The return of a menacing force. Matt Clark has always been a character who thrives on manipulation and deceit. From his first appearances, Matt has been defined by his obsession with power, control, and revenge. Over the years, he's been a thorn in the side of numerous Genoa City residents, but his vendetta against the Newmans and now Sienna is shaping up to be one of his most calculated attacks yet. Sources close to YNR insiders reveal that Matt has been quietly re-establishing connections and quietly observing those who wronged him in the past. His past encounters with Sienna, particularly during the explosive business wars and personal betrayals that have plagued the Newman family, have clearly left a lasting impression. Matt isn't coming back for a casual feud, he's coming back for total destruction. Sienna in the crosshairs. Sienna's involvement in recent Newman scandals has made her a prime target for Matt's wrath. While she's been navigating her complicated feelings for Adam Newman and trying to stabilize her place in Genoa City, Matt has been plotting from the shadows. His strategy is not just to hurt Sienna physically or emotionally. He wants to ruin her reputation and dismantle the alliances she's built. The latest spoilers indicate that Matt will begin by exploiting Sienna's vulnerabilities. Expect him to dig into her past missteps, past relationships, and the lingering doubts surrounding her loyalty. Fans should be prepared for a tense confrontation, as Sienna will quickly realize that Matt isn't someone she can manipulate or reason with. Insiders tease that Matt may use some unexpected allies, or perhaps blackmail, to gain leverage over Sienna. His goal is simple: isolate her from the Newmans and make her entirely dependent on him. This isn't just revenge, this is a classic Matt Clark power play. The Newman family under siege. Of course, Matt's vendetta doesn't stop at Sienna. The Newman family is famously resilient, but also incredibly vulnerable to well-planned schemes. Victor Newman, ever the patriarch, may believe he's prepared for anything, but Matt's return proves that even Victor can be blindsided. Matt is rumored to be targeting key Newman family members who are currently embroiled in personal drama, knowing that their emotional distractions make them easy targets. Imagine Victor battling corporate pressure while Matt is quietly undermining him, or perhaps turning family members against each other. The potential for betrayal is high, and YNR spoilers suggest that Matt could even form temporary alliances with other Genoa City villains to strengthen his position. Fans can expect tension-filled scenes where Matt manipulates situations to make the Newman family doubt one another. With every sly move, Matt will escalate the drama, leaving viewers on edge as to who will fall into his trap next. Deception and danger. Matt Clark's return is defined by his mastery of deception. He's not the kind of villain who strikes openly. He operates in the shadows, planting seeds of doubt and orchestrating situations so that his targets believe their misfortunes are self-inflicted or caused by someone else. Expect shocking manipulations this month. Matt could falsify documents, stage compromising situations, or even leak damaging secrets about the Newmans to rivals. In Genoa City, where loyalty is fragile and trust is a rare commodity, Matt's schemes could ignite chaos like never before. For Sienna, this means a period of heightened anxiety and paranoia. She will feel Matt's presence looming over her every move, leading to a suspense-filled storyline where every decision could have dire consequences. And the Newmans? They may be blindsided by betrayals from within, creating family tension that will test even Victor's formidable resolve. Who might ally with Matt? One of the most tantalizing aspects of Matt Clark's revenge plot is the potential alliances he may form. Genoa City is home to countless schemers and opportunists, and Matt has a reputation for knowing how to manipulate others to serve his plans. Could we see someone like Lauren Fenmore or Chelsea enter the fray, unwittingly helping Matt while thinking they're protecting someone else? Could a familiar face from Matt's past in Genoa City resurface to assist in his machinations? The possibilities are endless, and the suspense is part of what makes this storyline so compelling. Insiders hint that Matt's intelligence and cunning might even allow him to turn a few Newman family members against each other, exploiting personal rivalries and lingering grudges. This could have long-term consequences for the Newman Empire, shaking the foundations of Genoa City's most influential family. Explosive confrontations ahead. Fans of YNR know that when Matt Clark is involved, confrontation is inevitable. The upcoming episodes promise high-stakes scenes where Matt faces off against Sienna, Adam, Victor, and potentially other Newman allies. Expect verbal showdowns, heated arguments, and shocking reveals that could leave viewers gasping. Matt thrives on tension, and the writing team is reportedly planning scenarios where Matt has the upper hand, at least temporarily. Viewers can also anticipate dramatic moments where Matt's plans collide with the Newmans' counter-strategies. Will Victor's unshakable confidence be enough to foil Matt's schemes? Can Sienna uncover the truth before it's too late? These questions are fueling fan theories and online speculation, making this one of the most discussed storylines in recent weeks. A shadow from the past. Matt Clark's vengeance is rooted not only in recent grievances, but also in a dark history with the Newmans. His prior misdeeds, including manipulation, fraud, and attempted sabotage, make him a formidable foe. The show's writers are expected to delve into Matt's backstory, highlighting past injustices that fuel his current vendetta. These flashbacks could provide context for Matt's obsessive behavior, giving viewers insight into why he refuses to let go of old grudges. At the same time, they will heighten the tension as audiences realize the depth of Matt's cunning and the danger he poses to everyone in his path. How far will Matt go? A key question on everyone's mind is just how far Matt is willing to go to achieve revenge. Will he limit himself to manipulation and emotional warfare, or will he cross into physical threats and life-altering schemes? Insiders hint that Matt's escalation could reach dangerous heights, potentially putting Sienna and even the Newman family in real jeopardy. The stakes are higher than ever, and with Matt Clark's history of extreme measures, no one is truly safe in Genoa City. Fans can expect cliffhangers and tense moments where every decision has the potential to backfire. Matt's calculated moves are designed to provoke maximum chaos, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. Fan reactions and theories. Already, fans are buzzing online about Matt Clark's return and what it means for the Newman family. Social media is filled with speculation. Will Matt succeed in turning the Newmans against each other? Can Sienna survive his manipulations unscathed? Who might secretly aid Matt in his revenge plot? The suspense is driving engagement across fan forums, with viewers theorizing about alliances, betrayals, and shocking plot twists. The anticipation is high, and it's clear that the storyline is designed to keep audiences glued to their screens. Predictions for the coming weeks. Based on the spoilers in Matt's history, here's what viewers can likely expect in the next 2 weeks. Sienna faces danger. Matt's initial moves will focus on isolating and intimidating Sienna. Expect tense confrontations, potential blackmail, and scenes designed to shake her confidence. Newman family turmoil. Matt's strategy will likely involve exploiting the Newmans' internal conflicts. Family members may begin to doubt each other, creating chaos that Matt can manipulate. Unexpected alliances. Some Genoa City residents may unwittingly aid Matt in his quest for revenge, thinking they are serving a good cause while actually empowering him. High-stakes confrontation. The first major showdown between Matt, Sienna, and the Newmans is expected soon, with shocking revelations and cliffhangers that leave viewers desperate for the next episode. Long-term consequences. Matt's schemes are designed to leave lasting damage. Expect emotional fallout, broken trust, and dramatic repercussions for the Newman Empire. Why this storyline matters? Matt Clark's return is more than just a villainous subplot. It's a masterclass in tension-building and character-driven drama. YNR thrives on intricate relationships and high-stakes storytelling, and Matt's revenge arc has all the elements fans crave. Suspense, danger, emotional conflict, and shocking twists. By targeting both Sienna and the Newman family, Matt Clark is creating a storyline that will impact multiple characters and ripple throughout Genoa City. This is the kind of drama that keeps viewers tuning in daily, debating theories online, and eagerly anticipating the next episode. Final thoughts. The Young and the Restless is pulling out all the stops with Matt Clark's revenge plot. With Sienna in the crosshairs and the Newman family facing unprecedented challenges, Genoa City is bracing for a storm of deception, betrayal, and emotional upheaval. Matt Clark isn't just back. He's more dangerous, more cunning, and more relentless than ever. Fans can expect a gripping series of episodes that will test loyalties, uncover hidden truths, and challenge even the most resilient Genoa City residents. For viewers who thrive on drama, intrigue, and suspense, this storyline is shaping up to be unmissable. Matt Clark's vendetta promises chaos, heartbreak, and jaw-dropping twists, and The Young and the Restless is making it clear. In Genoa City, revenge never sleeps. Stay tuned, because as Matt Clark tightens his grip on Sienna and the Newman family, the consequences are going to be explosive, and nobody is safe. Today's shocking news of The Young and the Restless. Nick Newman and Victor intervene in Matt Clark's deadly game on YNR. Genoa City is about to erupt in shocking drama, as The Young and the Restless intensifies one of its most twisted storylines yet. Today's bombshell spoilers reveal that Nick Newman and Victor Newman are stepping into the deadly schemes of Matt Clark, whose sinister actions have been pushing the city's elite to the edge. From hidden secrets to life-threatening threats, this is shaping up to be one of the most explosive weeks in YNR history. If you thought Genoa City had seen its fair share of chaos, think again. Matt Clark's manipulative games have escalated, and now the Newmans are stepping up, not just as businessmen or schemers, but as protectors willing to risk everything to stop a predator in their midst. Let's break down what fans can expect, scene by scene, as Nick and Victor take a stand. Matt Clark's deadly game reaches a fever pitch. Matt Clark has long been a dark force in Genoa City. From his initial manipulations to his more recent threats, he has consistently proven that he is willing to go to dangerous lengths to get what he wants. This week, YNR writers are turning up the heat. Clark's schemes are no longer limited to corporate backstabbing or personal vendettas. He has begun playing a dangerous game that could put lives on the line. Sources reveal that Matt's latest plot involves exploiting vulnerabilities in both Nick Newman and Victor Newman's personal and professional worlds. By targeting those closest to them, Clark believes he can bend the powerful Newmans to his will. But in doing so, he has underestimated just how far Nick and Victor are willing to go to protect their family and their empire. Fans should brace themselves for tense confrontations, clandestine investigations, and shocking reversals of fortune. Matt Clark's actions have always had consequences, but this week, those consequences may turn deadly. Nick Newman steps into the fire. Nick Newman, who has often played the role of moral compass in Genoa City, is taking a far more proactive stance against Matt Clark. After learning of Clark's latest plot, Nick realizes that passive resistance or legal maneuvering won't be enough. He's going straight to the source, ready to confront Clark head-on. Spoilers indicate that Nick will engage in a high-stakes game of wits with Clark, one that will test both men's intellect and resolve. The tension is expected to reach its peak during a shocking confrontation where Nick must decide how far he is willing to go to protect those he loves. What makes this storyline so compelling is that Nick is not acting alone. This week, his partnership with his father, Victor Newman, adds layers of strategy, tension, and danger. Nick's usually measured demeanor will be pushed to the limit, showing fans a more aggressive and daring side of the Newman heir. Victor Newman brings his own brand of justice. Victor Newman is no stranger to dealing with enemies who threaten his family or his empire. However, Matt Clark may be the first villain in recent memory to force Victor into a battle that is as personal as it is strategic. Sources hint at a series of intense, edge-of-your-seat moments in which Victor uses every tool at his disposal, legal, financial, and even physical, to counter Clark's schemes. Victor's intervention is expected to involve a combination of intimidation and calculated risk-taking. Viewers can expect to see the seasoned Newman patriarch manipulating situations behind the scenes, setting traps, and leveraging alliances in unexpected ways. His efforts are not just about thwarting Clark. They are about sending a message that the Newmans will protect their own at any cost. The father-son dynamic between Victor and Nick adds even more dramatic weight to the storyline. While Nick handles the emotional and ethical side of confronting Matt, Victor brings the ruthless, no-nonsense approach that has defined his character for decades. The contrast between Nick's careful planning and Victor's aggressive tactics will make for must-see television. High-stakes showdowns and explosive confrontations. Fans of YNR know that when two forces collide, especially when those forces are as calculated as the Newmans and as ruthless as Matt Clark, the results are explosive. Early spoilers hint at a series of high-stakes confrontations that could have lasting repercussions for Genoa City. Unexpected alliances. In an effort to outmaneuver Clark, Nick and Victor may form temporary alliances with unlikely players. These alliances could include business rivals, former adversaries, or even those who have their own scores to settle with Clark. The outcome could be unpredictable and shocking, especially for viewers who have long tracked the rivalries in Genoa City. A game of deception. Clark is known for his manipulative nature, and sources suggest that he has a few surprises up his sleeve. From falsified evidence to deceptive schemes, Matt will challenge the Newmans at every turn. Viewers can expect mind games, sudden betrayals, and tension-filled standoffs that will leave them on the edge of their seats. Dangerous escalation. Perhaps the most chilling aspect of this storyline is the threat to personal safety. Matt's deadly game is not just metaphorical. The spoilers hint at life-threatening situations, high-speed chases, and near-death moments that could permanently alter the lives of those involved. The question isn't whether the Newmans will stop him, it's whether anyone will emerge unscathed. Who will suffer collateral damage? Y&R fans know that when stakes are this high, no character is truly safe. While Nick and Victor may succeed in thwarting Matt Clark, the fallout is expected to leave lasting scars. Relationships may be tested, loyalties questioned, and hidden secrets revealed. Several key characters could face unintended consequences. Chelsea Newman. As Nick's wife, Chelsea may find herself in the crosshairs of Clark's schemes, forcing Nick to make difficult decisions between family safety and strategic advantage. Victoria Newman. With her own complex history with both Nick and Victor, Victoria's involvement could add unexpected drama, particularly if Clark uses her connections to manipulate events. Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. Both women have had entanglements with Matt in the past, and it's possible that they could become pawns or casualties in Clark's deadly game. The ripple effect of this storyline promises to affect Genoa City far beyond just the Newman family. Every shocking twist will have consequences that echo throughout the city, creating tension and suspense that will keep viewers hooked. The ethical dilemma, justice versus revenge. One of the most compelling aspects of this storyline is the moral tension between justice and revenge. Nick represents the voice of ethical action, trying to stop Matt while minimizing harm. Victor, on the other hand, is willing to cross lines and bend rules to ensure that Clark pays for his crimes. Viewers will be forced to ask themselves, when does protection cross into vengeance? And when does taking action become as morally questionable as the villain's schemes? The Y&R writing team has crafted a storyline that challenges characters and audiences alike, highlighting the fine line between right and wrong in the pursuit of justice. What fans are saying? Social media is already buzzing with speculation about this explosive storyline. Fans are debating everything from potential alliances to the outcome of Clark's deadly game. Nick finally stepping up. Can't wait to see him and Victor team up against Matt. This is going to be epic. Matt Clark is such a snake. I don't think the Newmans realize just how dangerous he is. So tense. Y&R is really upping the stakes. I love it when the show goes full thriller mode. The engagement on fan forums and social platforms underscores how invested viewers are in seeing justice served, and seeing the Newmans demonstrate that family comes first. Predictions. Who will come out on top? While spoilers hint at explosive confrontations and shocking twists, the big question remains. Who will come out on top? Here are some possible scenarios. Nick outsmarts Matt. Using careful planning and strategic alliances, Nick could successfully trap Clark, exposing his schemes and neutralizing the threat without significant collateral damage. Victor's ruthless tactics prevail. Victor could take matters into his own hands, using intimidation or a calculated power move to crush Clark once and for all, possibly leaving viewers questioning the morality of his actions. Unexpected twist. True to Y&R form, the storyline may include a shocking twist, perhaps an unexpected betrayal, a hidden ally of Matt's, or a dangerous escalation that leaves viewers stunned. No matter the outcome, one thing is clear. The stakes have never been higher for Genoa City. The battle between Nick, Victor, and Matt Clark promises suspense, drama, and jaw-dropping moments. Final thoughts. A must-watch week on Y&R. This week on The Young and the Restless is shaping up to be unmissable. Nick Newman and Victor Newman stepping in to counter Matt Clark's deadly schemes combines suspense, high-stakes drama, and family loyalty in a way that only Genoa City can deliver. Fans should prepare for tense showdowns, shocking revelations, and a roller coaster of emotions that will leave them talking long after the credits roll. With Matt Clark's cunning, Nick's determination, and Victor's ruthlessness, the city is set for a showdown that will change the game for everyone involved. Whether it's alliances, betrayals, or life-or-death moments, viewers can expect a storyline that keeps them glued to their screens and eagerly anticipating each new episode. For fans of intrigue, drama, and suspense, this is YNR at its finest. A story that proves why Genoa City is one of the most unpredictable and thrilling soap opera settings on television today. Don't miss a moment of the action. Nick and Victor are ready to take the fight to Matt Clark, and the consequences are bound to shock the city to its core.